Now the girls, this is the fourth experiment where the determination of partition coefficient of iodine in carbon tetrachloride and water will be performing it. So here previously we did for the benzoic acid in benzene and water. Now we are going to deal with the iodine between the carbon tetrachloride and water. So apparatus required are same, that is stoppered flask, separating funnel, beaker, measuring cylinder, burette as well as the conical flask. So here the chemicals required are carbon tetrachloride as well as iodine, right? So what are the solutions that are required is iodine in carbon tetrachloride. So what you have to take is, so first one is 0.01 normal sodium thiosulfate, 0.05 normal sodium thiosulfate as well as 10% of potassium iodide. Now what you have to do is, now we have to prepare the saturated solution of iodine in carbon tetrachloride. Now I will be taking the carbon tetrachloride in a beaker. Now we have to take carbon tetrachloride in a beaker. To this we have to start adding the crystals of the iodine until some of the iodine left undissolved. So you have to start adding iodine and you have to stir it with the glass rod. So it will be obtaining this color. Carbon tetrachloride lega. So now after adding the iodine to the carbon tetrachloride, we will be getting the saturated solution. When you will tell the saturated solution, some iodine crystals should remain undissolved. Now again we have to take two stoppered flasks, set 1 as well as set 2. To the set 1 of the stoppered flask, you have to take 30 ml of this saturated solution. In the set 2, you have to take 15 ml. In the set 1, you have to take 30 ml. In the set 2, you have to take 15 ml of the saturated solution. You have to keep in mind, in set 1 it is 30 ml and in the set 2 it is 15 ml. Now you have, for the set 1 you have to add 100 ml of the water, and the set 2 also you add 100 ml of the water. And what is the difference between the set 1 and set 2 is, now you have to add 15 ml of the chloroform to the set 2. You have to add 15 ml of the chloroform to the set 2. How we did for the set 1? Set 1 we added 30 ml of the saturated solution of iodine in carbon tetrachloride and we added 100 ml of water. In the similar way, in the set 2 we added 15 ml of saturated solution of iodine in carbon tetrachloride, 15 ml of carbon tetrachloride as well as 100 ml of water. Again you have to keep the caps of the stoppered flask and you have to shake vigorously for 30 minutes. Like this we have to shake, and you should not give any gap within this 30 minutes. After completion of the 30 minutes, now you have to take set 1 in the first separating funnel. Now after separating the set 1 as well as set 2 in the two different separating funnels, you will be observing the separation of two layers. Here the bottom layer will be organic and the top layer will be the aqueous layer. But in the case of the previous experiment, the bottom layer is the aqueous layer and the top layer is the organic layer. Similarly the same. For set 1 you have to separate the aqueous layer from the organic layer. So this is the organic layer. This one will be the aqueous layer. Similarly, for the set 2 also, you have to separate the organic layer and the aqueous layers. Now, we have 2 organic layers as well as the 2 aqueous layers from the set 1 as well as the set 2. Now what you have to do is, you have to take, previously we took 10 ml from the organic layer as well as 10 ml from the aqueous layer, right? But now we have to take 5 ml from the organic layer in a conical flask. By using the measuring cylinder, you have to take 5 ml of the organic layer. To this, you have to add 10 ml of potassium iodide. You have to add 10 ml of potassium iodide. You have to add 10 by this 5 ml of organic layer. You have to add 10 ml of 10% of potassium iodide, and you have to titrate this against 0.1 normal sodium thiosulfate. Similarly, for the aqueous layer also, you have to take, but here you have to take 10 ml of the aqueous layer. Here we took 5 ml of the organic layer and added 10 ml of 10% of potassium iodide. But in the case of the aqueous layer, you have to take 10 ml of the aqueous layer. To this, you have to add 10 ml of 10% of potassium iodide, 10 ml of 10% of potassium iodide, and you have to titrate it against 0.05 normal sodium thiosulfate. Organic layer you will be titrating against 0.1 normal sodium thiosulfate. Aqueous layer you will be titrating against 0.05 normal sodium thiosulfate. You will take 5 ml of organic layer and you will be adding 10 ml of 10% of potassium iodide. You will take 10 ml of aqueous layer and you will be adding 10 ml of 10% of potassium iodide. Now you will be using, by using phenolphthalein, by using the starch as an indicator, you will be going for the titration and you will note down the end point. So end point, you will be observing the blue color and you will be noting down the amount of sodium thiosulfate consumed.